What if I told you that my very first YouTube video on a brand new channel on a personal finance topic got me over 300,000 views and 10 paying clients? Sounds like a perfect start, right? But then I fell into the most common mistake and problem that every content creator face is inconsistency. And the only thing that is stopping from being consistent and successful in your content is system. And I had to come up with this system that helps me generate content at least weekly, nowadays sometimes even twice a week, and that I can balance with my normal work, life, and just have enough time for my friends, family, not giving up on YouTube and putting out videos consistently. And today, in this video, I want to share this system with you along the way with 5 most important tips and lessons that help to grow channel as fast as possible. Also, as you can see, English is not even my first language, and this system gives me an opportunity to produce content even in English. So let's just deep dive into it. The first thing you have to identify is at what stage of YouTube are you right now. And the first stage is get started stage. If you've posted less than 3 videos on YouTube, you're probably thinking right now overcomplicating everything. You're too worried about your niche, about being afraid shooting your videos, how to get lighting, and a lot of stuff going on your head. And I understand you, I get it, I've been at the same position. And the best thing that you should do right now is just to upload your first 3 videos, no matter how shitty or bad quality or underperforming it will be, even if it gets 5 views. The first goal is only upload those 3 videos. And it will help you to shift the barrier, to start it, because you're not gonna make the first video the perfect one, right? Because it's only your first video. Look at any creator's first video. It was not as good as it's right now. So just create a channel, put up some videos, not gonna be even too long, and just get started. The next phase is get good. And this phase lasts for the first 10 videos you're gonna upload. And on this phase, I want you not only upload anything you want, I want you to start experimenting, to put different thumbnails, to think about the title, to think how you can improve a little bit every video in small aspects. And by the 10th video, I want you to feel that you're at least not afraid to show your video to your friends. And that will be enough. Not like Mr. Beast's crazy video, right? At least you're not afraid to show it to your friends and family and not cringe when they watching it. And by this 10th video, I want you to ask yourself, like, do you want to take YouTube serious? Or you want it to be like a hobby? And this answer will dictate your future. And by the way, when you do YouTube for a hobby for a couple years or couple months, you can always switch to professional. If you decide to make it as a hobby, you can just put 1 video a month or 1 video in 2 months, or 1 video a week, whatever you want, and just keep experimenting. You don't need to overcomplicate. It's just a hobby. Make it fun, like a hobby, right? But if you want to treat YouTube professionally, you want it to generate your views and clients or money, then welcome to the next stage. And the next stage is get smart. By the way, those stages I've watched from Ali Abdal, and big shout out to him. And at this stage, you have to answer also some questions. And the first question I want to ask you is, who are you creating your content for? Who are the target audience that may like your content? And also, what topics are you good at? What knowledge do you have or maybe something else that you want to share with your audience. And the third question you have to answer is how you're gonna monetize it. And there are different ways to monetize YouTube. I maybe touch on it in different videos. And those three questions, maybe not right away, but while you will be doing 11, 12, 13, 14, etc. videos, you have to start answering for yourself. And also, if you decided that it will be your part-time work or you have to achieve some significant results, grow to 100k subscribers or some million views, then you have to commit to consistency. And no matter what, you decide that you upload one video every month, one video every week, 2 videos a week, 2 videos a month, whatever your good consistency is right now, and you commit to it. And I will share with you the system that helps me to spend only around 10 hours a week to produce 1 or 2 quality videos every single week. And as you see, it can be combined with your normal work, whether you're a consultant, entrepreneur, freelancer, or work for some company, you can still do it as a part-time job. Let me now walk you through the most important parts and ideas that you have to focus on in order to grow as quick as possible. And I want to start with an idea. The idea of the video matters almost the most, because let's make an experiment. If I type how to do push-ups, you can see I will find a lot of videos that are over 1 million views. There are some videos which are even 30 million views and around this amount. Every topic, every idea has a ceiling, has a roof of views that it can generate. And in order to get more views, you have to think about ideas that have a potential to get more views. And it actually totally makes sense, because much more people care about how to do push-ups than to do one-hand pull-up, and that's why it's more popular. So whenever you've come up with an idea, you should go to YouTube and see if this idea is actually proven to get at least amount of views you want. And keep in mind that if it's like your first videos, you will get less views, but the ceiling should be higher and as high as possible if you're aiming towards good views. The second most important thing you have to focus on is thumbnail, title, and hook. Those are actually 3 things, but they come together, and they have purpose to get your video as many views as possible. Because if your thumbnail and title is not good, if it sucks, then nobody clicks on your video. And even if your video is amazing but nobody clicks on it at the first place, nobody will watch it, right? So focus on thumbnails, titles, and hook, and make it all together. It's like 3 horses which is driving your views together with the idea. And this thing is like very important. It's much more important than the script you're writing, because as I said, like if nobody clicks, nobody watches, and people mostly leave your video during the first 30 seconds or the first minute. If somebody stays on your video during the first minute, they most likely watch it much longer. And if the most of people leave during the first 30 seconds, that means that the rest will not be watched and YouTube will not suggest your video further on. By the way, comment down below which part of this video you want me to go further on and like give more details, go more in deep, like maybe it's about thumbnail or hooks or whatever it should be. I will create more detailed videos about this. The third thing I want you to focus on after you've done a big statement, a big promise at the beginning in order to hook your viewer, is to deliver. If you promise something big but you don't deliver, you will get a lot of views maybe on this video, but the next video will not come because he's been scammed. He's been given a big promise but delivery was poor, so that's a bad thing. So after you made a big promise, make a good delivery and try to keep the viewer as long as possible watching your video. And if at some point you feel like you have nothing to say, don't make video longer and just talking nonsense. Better to cut it shorter, but make it like full I don't know how to say it, just just make it full of sauce, full of meat. I don't know how to say it correctly, but I'm pretty sure you get the idea. Hit the like if you get the idea anyway from me. The fourth thing I want you to do is forget about an idea that when you buy a perfect gear, a perfect setup, when you have a perfect studio, or you have like good villa like is behind me right now, you will have millions of views and you have to start with it. It's not that much important. As I said, the most important thing is your idea, your thumbnail, your title, your hook, your delivery. The background, the video quality matters, but not that much, and especially not at the beginning. So if you don't have much money on the equipment, don't borrow money to buy it. The iPhone and the microphone is good enough for the start. Just sit in front of the natural lights from the sun and record your first even 20-30 videos like this, getting good at the most valuable things I've talked at first about. And by the way, the mic is not importantly should be like very costly. It can be like 20, 30, 40 bucks, the small one. Just it should have at least decent quality, and that's enough for you to start. And the fifth most important advice that I want to share with you is that don't put too much pressure on yourself. And I'll say it again because it's so important that I have to say it twice. Don't ask from yourself too much at the beginning. Don't compare your 10th video with the guy that has made 1,000 videos or 100 videos, because his first video was not like this. And you can compare your first video to his first video if he's not deleted it actually, and just compare yourself with yourself and try to get a little bit better every time. A little bit, because there will not be a moment when you're too satisfied with your video, because while your video getting better, your idea of a good video is also getting better, and there is always a lack which you're trying to fulfill, but the quality in your imagination is also growing. I think you get the idea, right? And in order to don't sabotage, don't procrastinate, it's good to build a system which is working for you, and no matter what, you stick to the system. And now I will tell you how my system works, and I think it will be beneficial for you to implement some of the parts. So my system is designed that I spend maximum 2 or 3 hours a day on making a video, but I do it every day from Monday to Friday, sometimes a little bit on Saturday. And it helps me to, as I said, to balance my life, my work with creating video consistently. So it all starts on Monday, when I watch videos of my favorite YouTubers, of my competitors. Also, I think about what I want to tell the world and what I've done for the last month, etc., etc. The most important thing for me is to find good ideas. Maybe 2, 3, 5, 6 ideas which I can make videos on. So Monday it takes maybe 1 or 2 hours to find 3, 5, 6 good ideas. I also talk about this either with my friend or with my assistant. So in this conversation flowing, we come up with good ideas. On Tuesday, I spend around 2 hours on deciding firstly which ideas I'm gonna go with this week. And then that doesn't take much time because I've done the most of the work on Monday. And then I have to come up with title name, hook, and thumbnail. To tell the truth, I'm not always coming up with thumbnail at the beginning, and that's my mistake. I'm trying to overcome it and come with thumbnail as well. Because sometimes I do thumbnails at the end, but for you and for me as well, I'm advising to do thumbnail, title, and hook first. And that's what I do on Tuesday. So sometimes I do it for one video, sometimes I do it for two videos. It's not that much time, it takes around 2 hours as well. On Wednesday, it all comes down to scripting my videos. Sometimes, as I said, I do one video scripting, sometimes two. Helping ChatGPT is helping me, and me and my team, we're getting better and better with it. And also that helps me that I'm not always writing all the script word by word, and it can take a lot of time. And when I sit down to speak to the camera, to you guys, it's not always that I feel the same that I've written yesterday. Now, for example, I'm talking from the top of my mind, just what comes and goes, but I have some of these ideas scripted already. So if I don't feel right for talking off my head, I can use the script. And the most important thing you have to write down is video structure. As I said, the hook is very important, but then you can just write, okay, I'm gonna tell about this first, then about this, then about that, then about this, and maybe experiment how you talking about this. After I've done a video scripting on Wednesday, on Thursday it comes down to shooting, and it usually takes about 1 to 3 hours maximum, usually hour and a half, 2 hours, to shoot 1 or 2 videos. And so I do put the light on, put the camera, sit down, have my script ready, have my mood ready, and just shoot video and upload it to Google Drive. That's it, what I do on Thursday. By the way, right now, in 5 minutes, I'm gonna go for the next stretch and sauna thing already. So I'm trying to finish it as soon as possible. And finally, on Friday, I have my first video review because I don't edit videos myself, and I suggest you to hire video editor as soon as possible. If you're making at least 15, 20, 30 and more dollars per hour at your job, you're pretty reasonable to hire an editor because you can make money on your job and just pay instead of learning how to edit, be stuck at it, getting negative feelings. It will take a lot of time at the beginning. So if you don't have enough money or you don't want to give edits for someone else at first, you can, but don't go with fancy editing unless you're an editor. But think about giving it for outsource as soon as possible. It's very important. So in my system, I just do a review. So I see the first edit and say like what should be corrected, and it takes 15-30 minutes only. And if I were you, I would, as I said, maybe take this day for edit or find an editor. And then on Monday I do the second review, right? So it took only 30 minutes on Friday. So on Monday it can take another 30 minutes, which is 1 hour combined. And also it takes around 1 hour a week to put everything together. For example, to communicate with thumbnail designer, to put video on YouTube, to make a description about the video, to adjust everything. It takes about an hour. So that's how my system works. And if you're watching till this very moment, I want to give you some present, and this present is an opportunity to have a call with me on your YouTube channel or on your client acquisition system. And you can apply for this call down below if you want to grow your channel, to get more clients. It's especially worthy for consultants, for agency owners, for coaches, and we will get through your system, and you'll get a straight feedback on how to improve it and what steps should be done next in order to achieve the results you want. That's it for now, and see you next time.